Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with IRS. Welcome to my YouTube station. I've worked about 10,000 cases. I've worked at IRS for a decade. I've been in private practice for 4 decades. I've been doing this work since 1973. I am a national tax expert in IRS resolution matters. I have a huge Facebook following, and you can see me on my many news interviews if you want to see me on a tie, and you can see my whole team at 777irs.com. I urge you to go there to see what we offer for representation if in fact that you have a problem. What I'm trying to do is find out what the hell I'm talking about today, because I've launched a number of videos too. So today I'm going to talk about 941 trust fund help. Let me just tell you a little about this. I have worked, I don't know, maybe 1,000 trust fund cases, maybe more, has to be more. So many times if you don't pay your 941s, what people don't know is they are personally liable for trust fund tax. What is the trust fund? The trust fund is the withholding and the Social Security that was not turned over to the IRS. So as a former agent, I'd knock on your door if you had a corporation. I'd say, I'm so-and-so. I'd show my commission, and I'd say, hey, you haven't paid your 941 taxes. You either need to go out of business. We're going to get you a payment plan. But in the meantime, whether you're going out of business or not, we have to set up what's called a trust fund recovery penalty under 6672 of the IRS code. I have done that so many times, and who's responsible for that liability? So if you own a corporation or have a corporation, or you have a role in a corporation, if you had any control whatsoever to write checks, make decisions, hire and fire people, there's a whole list of things that they look for. There's not one thing that's important. They all are. IRS will set a trust fund penalty. That is the money you held in trust against you personally. IRS will then go ahead and create an assessment in your name. So now you're going to owe that money as though you owe 1040 money, and IRS is going to go after you to collect that money. So they're still going to try to collect the money from the corporation, but they're going to go after you for the trust fund. So the corporation may owe $100,000, and the trust fund tax liability may be $75,000 of that. So you must be prepared. So if IRS is contemplating going after you for the trust fund tax, there are defenses. Since I've worked them, I know all the defenses, and you're probably going to want to need me for representation to help you, or a former IRS agent, or anybody else who does this well. But the IRS trust fund recovery, they are going to go after you for in the full strength of the law, because this was money held in trust. It's not a tax. So IRS has already given refunds out on this money. So what does IRS do once this tax is assessed against you? They're going to ask for a financial statement. And when they get the financial statement, there's 3 remedies that IRS is going to say, okay, this is what we're going to do with this case. Once they review your financial statement, they're either going to put you in a non-collectible status, currently non-collectible. They're going to get you into a payment agreement, or you can file for an offer in compromise to settle the tax debt if you're eligible. So anyway, if the revenue officer working this case has sent to you a form, 2751 and 1153, they are attempting to set up this trust fund liability against you. You probably at that time want to get some defense. I will tell you this: if you are the sole owner of that corporation and you are the responsible person, you're wasting your time. You're not going to get out of that penalty. If you were writing all the checks and you did everything for that company, you're just going to have to just take the medicine and go down with it. But anyway, I just want you to know there's a whole bunch of avenues that you can have tax defense for that. By the way, if you are in that situation and you're still involved in the corporation and you want to reduce that trust fund tax, if you write on the checks monies to be applied to trust fund only, you're going to start reducing the amount of money you pay individually. Anyway, if this information was good, it may be confusing because many people aren't aware of the trust fund. You just got to know there are defenses available. Give me a subscription. I'd really appreciate it. I'd love to represent you and help you in the matter. Thank you very much.